Not in our eyes, there wasn't, because we were, although we didn't have the songs recorded properly, we had these, at the time we had 6 finished songs, which had been 10 and then had gone down to 8 and then gone back up to 9 and then gone back to 6 again, that we were like really happy with, this basis of songs that we knew we had some more to do, but they were too good to waste, and there was no way we were just going to let these things sit on, on a spool of tape for the rest and never come out, And all due respect to Steve's death doesn't affect Def Leppard the way Freddie Mercury's affects Queen. Queen cannot possibly go on without Freddie Mercury. Def Leppard can carry on without Steve Clark. We've proved it because we've carried on so far as a 4-piece. We've got the record finished, and it sounds like a Def Leppard record, which wasn't as difficult as it could have been because Phil was pretty on the ball when it came to doing all the guitars. And he knew that they needed orchestrating the way that we've always orchestrated before. We never really thought about it because you sit there and you say to yourself, well, if he was capable of contacting us, he would say, you got to be mad to split up now. You got to get somebody else, Because there were times in the past where Steve had actually said, look, I know I'm screwing up badly, and if you want to get somebody else in, then I'll willingly step down. But nobody wanted to fire the guy. The nearest thing we came to firing Steve was about 4 months before he died. We said, look, this is getting nobody, and, nobody's getting anywhere with this. We're just going around in circles, and it's just not doing anybody any favours. We think you should take some time off. Don't worry about the record. We'll get on with doing the vocals, we'll get on with doing the bass, and just, Phil can do some guitars and this kind of thing. You go home and get yourself together. We gave him 6 months leave of absence, basically, on a very informal basis. He wasn't fired. We just said, look, being in this work situation was doing his head in. And we said, the best thing you can do is go home and work at your own pace. So he went back to London. He bought a house in London, moved in with his girlfriend, put a little demo studio together in one of the bedrooms. And it was all looking really good. And he was on the phone saying, it's great, this is brilliant, I'm so glad I'm doing this. 4.5 months later, he died. So he never really got the chance to come back, in February or March of last year and say, right, I've got some songs and I'm ready to go, because during that time off, as much as he was maybe working 3-4 hours, he was drinking the other 20, and it killed him.